I used to think that the world is against me, that everything that happened to me was because I was unlucky. But the real truth is your attitude is a problem. If you don't change your attitude, nothing in your life will change. And this is something that a lot of people my age and young people especially have problems dealing with is their victim mindset. They think that everything happens to them and that they're unlucky and there's nothing they can do to change their situation. They blame their job, maybe their parents, maybe their significant other, whatever it is that you're blaming. Let me tell you, your attitude is like the remote control of your life. Unless you change your perspective, you can never truly start to improve and be more happy and peaceful in your life and even more successful because your attitude is always is the beginning of that change. If you can you can put two different people in the same exact situations. Someone will make lemons out of that situation and someone will make lemonade. Someone will find the sweet in it, someone will try to, and the other person will try to be like, oh, it's because I'm unlucky, I guess this is how life is, and he will find something to be put down about. But that's the beautiful thing about attitude is that it's just a shift in your mindset, understanding that nothing in this universe happened for positive or negative. Everything is neutral. You lost your job, that's neutral. That's probably happened to many people around the world right now. Not saying that it doesn't affect you in a negative way, but it is a neutral event. It didn't happen because you were unlucky, it just happened. And that's a very powerful mindset that you can come to term with, is understanding that everything happens in neutrality. The universe is very neutral. It's never really positive or negative. It's your mindset that tries to make everything either positive or negative. It is simply your mind. That's the one thing I need to implement to understand I need you to understand in this video, is that your mind will try to make everything either positive or negative, but the truth is the universe is simply neutral. That's why I said in this video titled Change Your Attitude, because your attitude dictates everything. If you want to see the negative in the situation, you will see the negative. If you want to see the positive, you'll see a positive. And trust me, I have been through some miserable situations, but I tried to find the positive in them, and guess what? I found a positive. Just because of an attitude, just because of a mindset shift that I adopted. That doesn't mean the situation was basically positive, but it was something that I chose to have faith in the power of positive thinking, the power of attitude, positive attitude. You change your attitude, you change your life. It all starts within. I said in many other videos that your internal state reflects your reality. Your reality, the life that you're living, is basically just a reflection of your internal state. That's why you can't really change anything in your life unless you start changing something within you. And that's why your attitude needs to change. I don't care what it is that you're facing, what problems you think you're having. The first step right now for you is to go within and change your mind and your attitude toward that situation. If you can't do that, then you're stuck and you cannot do anything, because unless you decide to see the positive in the situation and move past it, you simply won't. Because that's how your mind works. And that's how life works. Life works by energies. And if you cannot see the positive in every situation and try to take a lesson out of every situation, you simply just will be there, stuck in misery, trying to find victimhood, trying to be a victim and try to have people identify with you based on that. And that is, let me tell you, there is comfort in that. There is comfort in blaming life and blaming things you cannot control, because you cannot control it, so you can be sad and miserable about it. And there is power in that, and that is scary. There is a part of your brain that likes to be negative. I'll talk about this in another video as well. There is a part of your brain that likes to be negative, that will find the most negative things to complain about and just repeat it over and over to you. That's the part of your mind that exists, and keeping that in mind, that's why it's important, utmost important, to change your attitude. And I guess I'm trying to tell you that having the understanding that everything happened for a reason and it is neutral. It is not positive, it is not negative, it simply just happened. Make that mindset switch of nothing is positive or negative inherently. Everything is just neutral. The universe just happens. It is your mind that makes it either positive or negative, so try to change it and try to come in term with it And as long as you make that mindset shift, your life will simply start getting better because you understand that things just happen and it is up to you on how you interpret those things. And that's the power of changing your attitude. A lot of you don't understand the power of changing your attitude, but I'm telling you, the moment you start changing your attitude, the moment that you make that mindset shift, your life will change, everything will get better, you'll start attracting better people, because it all starts with your attitude. Energy is contagious, life is energy, everything is energy. That's why many people do habits like grounding and different other things, because it's all energy, your body is energy. If you refuse to switch your attitude, you'll stay in negative space. There is such a thing as positive and negative states, but the world doesn't really work that way. Nothing really happens out of positivity and negativity. A lot of the events are neutral. Most of the things are neutral in this world. And I'm telling you, as long as you make that mindset shift that positive and negative is simply just a mindset shift, it is something that your brain attaches to, you'll be way better off. Everything happens for a reason, and everything is neutral. Nothing is against you. That is just your brain talking. So change your attitude.